Apple, what are you doing? You made it seem like you got rid of the S line, but you're still releasing a mediocre device like every other year. Let me explain. The iPhone 13 is a good phone. It's not bad, it's a good phone. But at this point, you kind of got to be able to see through some of the marketing stuff that they're throwing at us. And a perfect example of this is their new 120Hz display. And naturally, they called it something unique. They called it ProMotion, which is just, it's a 120Hz display. And then they went on to do the most Apple thing that Apple could possibly do. See, while it is 120 Hz, it's not 120 Hz all the time. It's whenever the software feels like what you're viewing deserves to be at 120 Hz. So while this is a first on iPhone, it's also kind of the last smart device to receive a 120 Hz display. There are devices out there that have 144 refresh rate, and there's even a device out there that does 240, which was released 2 years ago. And just like Apple announcing their TrueMotion display, they also talk about their Liquid Retina display, which is really just a fancy way of saying their screen is HD. But that's the thing, they use terms like that to help them with the sale of the device and upselling what they're treating like is a brand new feature and it's exclusive. And let's talk about the cameras for a second. The cameras on iPhone are pretty good. They're not groundbreaking or anything like that, but they're pretty good cameras. So they announced that the new wide-angle camera on the iPhone 13 and 13 mini have a faster sensor. I don't even know what that means. And this is where Apple's marketing gets a bit hazy because they use their own verbiage and metrics to call out all the things that they've upgraded. I don't even know what some of this stuff means. Does it sound cool? Yup. But is it really anything new? Most of the time, no, it's not. So I was confident that they were gonna announce that their devices start at 64 gigs. And in 2021, that would be insane. The new iPhones come with 128 gigs to start and can go all the way up to 1 terabyte. But is it too little too late? See, most of the industry right now is moving towards cloud anyways. 1 terabyte would have been awesome 2 years ago when other devices were offering it, but they're pushing the fact that all their images and videos and whatever you take go to the cloud anyways. So while 1 terabyte of storage is awesome, do you really need it? All right, I know it may sound like I'm just hating on Apple's newest announcements for their iPhones, but I'm really just trying to put something in perspective because I'm having a hard time understanding why they're so behind. This was Apple. In 2007, Apple did something so extraordinary that it literally changed the way phones were used every day thereafter. And like, I haven't even started to talk about the notch on that phone. It drives me absolutely insane that that notch is cut out the way it is. I don't understand what the point of having a little bit of screen on the right and left to the notch. I don't understand why that's there. Why wouldn't you just make it a black bar going across the entire That's unusable space. It's an eyesore. And the fact that they're excited about shrinking it down a little bit is insane to me. It's 2021. There's devices that have been released with the camera and all the sensors underneath the display. And Apple is yet again behind on that. And you could say you don't care about that, but like, let's be realistic. If I said, don't you want more screen real estate? The obvious answer should be yes. So Apple has been selling the same exact device year after year with some minor tweaks. And sometimes they're even removing features such as the headphone jack, and they convinced everybody that that was okay. Then they proceeded by removing the wall adapter. And the problem is, Apple is such a large name that they set a new standard when they do something like that. If they're able to save money on removing features, the other companies are gonna follow suit. And they're doing it too now. And yet consumers are completely okay and they continue to buy the next iPhone year after year. So I asked a question to iPhone users, why do you keep purchasing the same device year after year? And 9 times out of 10, I get the same response. I don't need anything more. And that's the thing. You don't realize what you need until you realize what you've been missing out on because you're trying something new. If you're never trying anything new, then you're never gonna realize how many things you're missing out on. BlackBerry users back in 2005 claimed that they only needed their phones for email. Those same people are now shooting videos on their iPhones and uploading videos to TikTok, and they're having more fun than ever. By buying the same device year after year, by not trying anything new, you're probably missing out on devices that could help you maybe be more productive or give you more entertainment during the day, or offer more screen real estate, or offer slightly better cameras. Who knows? I want Apple to innovate because they were the innovators. I want them to be more because they were more when nobody else was. And lastly, I want them to think different, like the way they used to. All right guys, so that is it for my video on the iPhone 13. It may have sounded rantish or fanboyish or call it whatever you want. I just wanted Apple to do stuff differently this time around, and they didn't. So I'm disappointed. But what are your guys' thoughts? I would love to hear them. Did you guys pre-order the iPhone 13? Are you excited about it? What feature are you the most excited about? And also, out of curiosity, what feature on your phone do you use the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. All right guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.